There I am. I can see myself. Hey, yesterday it was my birthday. I hung one more year on the line, and I would be depressed if my life were a mess, but I'm having a good time. On the Carefree Cooks Code today.
I'm Chef Todd Moore, and this is the Carefree Cooks Code, every Tuesday live at noon Eastern. Here's our challenge. How can home cooks cook freely, with creativity, confidence, and pride, while ignoring recipes and still impressing themselves and others with what they cook? Well, the answer is found in becoming empowered with how cooking works, using dependable and repeatable methods of cooking that work for any ingredient, for any diet, and any desire, just like chefs do. And we'll know we've cracked it when everyone sees cooking as an exciting and rewarding way to improve their relationships, their lifestyles, and their health through better food and cooking. This is the Carefree Cooks Code.
Hey, welcome back to the Carefree Cooks Code, everyone. We are generally live every Tuesday at noon Eastern. If this surprises you, you should have gone to webcookingclasses.com/airplane overhead. Wow, that's close. A little puddle jumper. webcookingclasses.com/live, and you'll get an alert when we're generally live at noon. I thought that would help, but maybe not. At noon Eastern time, of course, it's 2 p.m. today, only this week. Something different because I'm in a different time zone. And remember, we're the Carefree Cooks. We create our own recipes. We bring family and friends together. We learn every time we cook. We define our own cooking style. We practice pro cooking methods. And we absolutely love our cooking. That's the whole idea behind the Carefree Cooks Code today from Belize. From one of my favorite places to go now. My birthday was yesterday, and thank you so much for all the birthday gifts that were sent to me. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But no, Bob, I'm not in Montauk again. That was last year. We are traveling everywhere. Joey Sedano is with us. Welcome, Joey. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Grammy. Hi, Michael Bernard and Lisa and Terry and Carrie and Bonnie, all with us today. Our internet, when we're on these small islands, is always sketchy, so I apologize if I'm freezing and going through things, stuttering and so on. That's bound to happen. I've got a What Am I for you today. Here it is. And if you were paying attention in May when I was in Belize, you might remember what the What Am I is today. So this is a Belizean dish, one of my favorites. I'll give you a hint. It's a breakfast item. If you can guess what's in there and tell me the name in the comment section below, then that's the What Am I for today. And, like I said, yesterday it was my birthday. I spent it here in Central America on the tiny little island of Ambergris Caye in the country of Belize. And I wanted to share a little bit of the day with you because so often my birthday really becomes about what I eat. And generally it's all about what I eat. So my birthday started yesterday with the tacos from Neary's Tacos. Now, this is a very famous place here in Belize, and a taco in Belize is a much different item than a southwestern U.S. taco or what you would consider a typical Mexican taco, because the way you order them here in Belize is by the dollar value. So they're like cigar shaped. They're really small, rolled. You eat them in about 2 or 3 bites, and generally they're served for breakfast. And most of the tacos here, Neary's being the best place, is chicken or pork, sometimes with egg, onion, and so on. And there are women that make them at a lightning fast pace. But the way you order one of my favorite breakfast dishes in Belize is by dollar value. So it's 2 pork tacos or 3 chicken tacos per Belizean dollar. So if you want 3 chicken tacos, you order $1 chicken. If you want 6 Belizean chicken tacos, you order $2 chicken. And that's the way it goes, and they do the math for you, luckily. So the day started out with these tremendous tacos and watermelon juice. They do these incredible fresh squeezed juices here, much better than coffee, much better than iced tea. Then I was going to go out and take a snorkel tour, but I guess the boat ran out of gas and they made me get out and push. So it wasn't that much fun. But snorkeling, the second largest barrier reef in the world here in Belize, is really an amazing thing. I saw so many incredible fish. I saw black grouper. I saw lobster. I saw lionfish. And all I could think after having seen those fish was clarified butter. It was nice to see them swimming around, but the only thing that was going through my mind when I saw black grouper was clarified butter. It was a tremendous day. Then we went off to Secret Beach. I spent the day. Don't tell anyone about Secret Beach because it won't be a secret anymore. But we lounged, we drank, we ate some more food, some lionfish and garlic butter sauce. Burritos are big down here. Lobster burritos is what I had for lunch. And then even had enough beer to do a headstand right on the edge of the dock. Not something I'd normally do, but it's a combination of the sun, the Belican beer, which is the national beer, and all the tremendous food. I decided I wanted to get upside down. I still have no idea why I did that. And then dinner time. I told you I saw a grouper when I was swimming. It's time to put it on my plate. So here's a tremendous Mayan grouper dish. And I'll tell you a funny story about this also, because the flavor of this grouper was so incredible to me. And of course, I'm totally overthinking it. I'm wondering what these Mayan spices are they're using, and I'm tasting cinnamon, and I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I've told you before, I have a friend that can play guitar. And he can hear a song on the guitar and then figure out what the notes are and wind up playing the song. And I pride myself on being able to do this with food, being able to taste the different spices and seasonings in there. So I'm tasting it like a fine restaurant sommelier is sipping wine, you know. And I've come to the opinion that it is cinnamon, allspice, cumin, coriander, and maybe a little dash of nutmeg or something like that. So I eventually asked the waiter, I said, this is such a tremendous Mayan flavored dish. Can you tell me what the seasoning combination is? And he says, yeah, we mix together barbecue sauce and mayo. And, you know, this is why I don't want to be a snotty chef. This is why I want to be all-inclusive. Because I could have been really embarrassed at that point. Oh, this can't be good if you don't mix the authentic spices together. It was delicious. And the guy said we mix barbecue sauce and mayo together. So once again, I repeat, if it's good to you, it's good. And this was really, really good. And to be honest, it humbled me, humbled me a little bit. And then for dessert, I was surprised with a coconut cake and a key lime pie. There are no candles, as you can hear probably with the microphone, because candles don't stay lit out on the beach when you're having dinner, breakfast dinner. So it turned into a tremendous day, but one of the things that I really appreciated, one of the things that I love about our community so much, and one of the great things about being a carefree cook and learning to cook by methods and without recipes is that you can give this as a gift, that you can be so generous with your food and your time. And when I asked you last Tuesday to please show me something that you would cook for your own birthday, take a picture of it and then give it to me for my birthday, I want to see what is the greatest food to you, a last meal, if you would. Well, the first meal of a new year of your life, and oh my goodness, the responses touched me. Thank you so much for all the gifts. But what I came to realize is that there are so many cooking methods that our carefree cooks are practicing. And I started to look through all these tremendous gifts that were being given me, and I was so proud of the methods that were being used by us carefree cooks. Like Linda did a filet mignon with a baked potato, grilled asparagus, garden salad, and some red wine. I mean, can you get any more comfort food than that? A good steak and baked potato. But look what goes into cooking this meal. Direct conductive heat on that filet mignon. Indirect convective heat surrounding that baked potato. Asparagus, direct intense heat, but the asparagus has a lot more moisture than a filet mignon does. You have to watch that. It's just really, really great skill going on in this as well. Mark told me be careful, it's spicy, because he made me jerk chicken with rice and gang beans. I thought it said something else, but we're not going to go into that. But again, more methods here. There's a dry rub that goes on that jerk chicken. There's a long roasting process. And making rice has to do with the gelatinization of starches, the absorption of the water by the rice and swelling. These are three more methods. By the time we're done with all these gifts, you're going to hear more cooking methods, and I hope you're going to say, I want to do what Mark did. I want to do what Linda did. I want to do what Teresa did for Chef Todd, who Teresa knows I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and crab cakes. Oh, my goodness. Yes, that's exactly what I would want for my birthday. But here's another method that's being used, because your crab cakes are going to fall apart entirely if if you don't have some kind of binder, if you don't have an egg yolk or an egg white or a bechamel sauce, a white sauce that's going to bind your crab cakes. So there's another entire method. And Teresa made me these beautiful crab cakes. She says with a baked potato, broccoli, and a dark chocolate cake. She knows what I'm talking about. Michael did me a Cabernet braised short rib with a matching flavor risotto. Add that to the list of methods. The risotto method of making rice is something that's different than the way most other rices are made. Barbara, she went right for the oven. A good comfort meal, roast turkey, cornbread dressing, gravy, green beans, lima beans, sweet potatoes, homemade rolls, and she says, oh, don't forget the cranberry sauce. So it's Thanksgiving for birthday time for Martha. Adam made me some seared scallops with a squid ink pasta in garlic lemon butter sauce. Now, there's a lot of methods going in there. And the coagulation of proteins, which is the science behind pretty much cooking any protein, the stiffening and shrinking of that protein, really hard to do with scallops. So when you can put a nice color on the outside, but still soft and not chewy on the inside for your scallops, nicely done, Adam. Thank you for the gift. I hope you make it for your birthday as well. Charles did me baby Bella mushrooms in a butter cream sauce over polenta. Butter cream sauce is a method in itself that you would have to know the science behind thickening agents, and you would have to know that fat and starch creates a thickener for your milk or cream. That's method number 8 or 9 that we're on now. Daisy did me a really nice salmon with pear sauce, and if you ever want to make fruit-based sauces, there are entirely different thickening agents that go into it, because many people try and thicken fruit-based sauces with cornstarch, but many fruits have an enzyme in it that prevent the gelatinization of starches that cornstarch brings. So a lot of times thickening a sauce with a fruit juice really just means adding a thicker part of that pureed fruit together, like adding applesauce to thicken an apple sauce, that kind of thing. Treg did me a nice rare prime rib. I love it. He says that's what's for his birthday. Nice. I do it for mine, too. Conky put together a pork cabbage dumplings for me with homemade dipping sauces. Especially the way I travel and love Asian foods. When I go to Hawaii or I'm traveling through the Pacific and searching out those food finds, I love to watch the people make dumplings. They make them lightning fast, faster than I ever could. The next birthday gift came from Gord. Gord did me a chicken and sausage scarpariello, something he just said he just dreamed up from what he had in the fridge, and that's one of the best gifts that you can give Chef Todd, is the thing that you just dreamed up and pulled out of the fridge. Michael did me a smoked prime rib, a twice-baked potato, steamed asparagus, and a homemade biscuit. Now, there's a whole nother method when we get into baking, because a biscuit has a different leavening agent than a yeast bread would or a muffin would or a scone would or brownies would, and it's something that we touch on in web cooking classes as well, leavening for baked goods. Stephen did me some broiled shrimp and scallops stuffed in a Dungeness crab. Now, Stephen must know how much I love stuff that comes out of the ocean, because that's what he made for me today, and I so appreciated it. Lex did a pasta al fagioli, spaghetti and clams for my birthday, and being a boy from Long Island, a lot of birthdays when I was younger, I'm sure, I had the spaghetti and clams. Michael did corned beef with cabbage, carrots, and potatoes for me. I appreciate that. Alan also did me a prime rib smothered in sauteed mushrooms and onions, and he did a creamed power greens, he says, spinach, kale, and chard put together in a cream sauce where you have to know your thickening agents as well. Connie did one of the most difficult things you can do, which was a beef Wellington, because this implies methods in baking to make that puff pastry nice and brown, as well as roasting to make the meat done perfectly. This is one of the most difficult things, I think, that you can do in the kitchen. And really, the key to it is par cooking the beef tenderloin and then chilling it and then wrapping it in the puff pastry. And lastly, Candy made me a low country boil, corn on the cob, red potatoes, smoked sausage and shrimp. She cooked it in a chicken stock that she made and seasoned it with Cajun seasoning and Old Bay. Knows the way to my heart. Put Old Bay on it. So thank you so much, everyone, for all these birthday gifts that you sent to me for my birthday. I hope I made it an exercise. I mean, I appreciated the gifts for sure, but I really wanted it to be a homework assignment for you, because I told you last week the only thing I really want you to do is cook your own food at home and enjoy the process and be safe doing it. Again, that's 3 things I want you to do. I want you to cook your own food at home, enjoy the process, and be safe doing it. And with all those dishes and all those meals that you sent me for my birthday, I could see all the enjoyment and all the fun that you had. So thank you so much. Ultimately, with those 20 dishes that I just showed you, I'm going to wrap them all up into one package and call it Chef Todd's birthday gift in cooking methods. And the best gift is the thought. You know, they say it's the thought that counts. Well, thank you so much for thinking of making something for yourself, eating it, and dedicating it to me. That's really all I want you to do this birthday season. Oh, we get to the what am I. So were you here in May when I was in Belize and I talked about a fry jack? The fry jack is dough stuffed with scrambled eggs, bacon, ham, or chorizo sausage, refried beans, and cheese, and then deep fried. It's crazy, insanely good. Now, I would normally say that it's not a health food because it's deep fried. But, you know, I'm walking 8 miles a day here. I'm swimming. I'm snorkeling. I have no problem eating deep fried food, which I normally have a problem with because I am burning that off on a daily basis. Everyone, if you want to share 20 different cooking methods with the friends that you know and love, please like and share this video with your friends. Either tell them directly about it with a link or just give it the thumbs up, because that way Facebook knows that it's a good video. And Facebook will share it with other people because there are 20 cooking methods that were given to me for my birthday this year. And, you know, it's not just because my birthday is smack in the middle of the summer that I think summer cooking is so cool. There are really so many reasons that summer cooking is cool. And there are a lot of best reasons that I'm going to share with you to tell you why it's the best cooking time of the year. But, you know, you might not be taking full advantage of all that summer cooking has to offer if you don't have my 5-step plan for cool summer cooking. And that's my next free online class this week. It's Summer Cooking is Cool, 5 Simple Steps to Lighter, Healthier Cooking. And if you'd like to see how I change my cooking for the coming seasons and make it even better, then hold your spot in the next class. Go to webcookingclasses.com/sun. S-U-N, webcookingclasses.com/sun, and join the next Summer Cooking is Cool class, and I'll show you how you can change your cooking for the season to make it lighter, brighter, and even healthier. Chef Todd Moore reminding you that there's a method to your beachside summer cooking success. And we'll see you next Tuesday at our regular time at noon Eastern. Chef Todd Moore saying, see you then. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.